What a display.
Well, and of course, Flagcore is exclusive to me, so I try to do exclusivity as best we can. So, like I said, nobody else can go into the marketplace, and that way I can give you the best possible price. So, if you're looking for NGC Flagcore, the core, of course, is what holds the coin. That Flagcore, that's 100% exclusive to me. So this coin is also that emergency release. So it's in the struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Early release, as you can see right there, emergency production. This one's Mint State 69. Now, I really want you to pay attention here for a few minutes. $79.95. There are no more Mint State 69s in the marketplace. Everything has been chewed up. Everything's gone. We established this sale price a couple of weeks ago. If I were to buy in the marketplace today, this same coin, I would have to sell it to you for at least $129, a minimum of $129. The other thing is, this is the very last day, in essence, my very last presentation of this coin at $79.95. I want to explain to you how special this price is. Of course, this is a special coin, the 2020 American Silver Eagle, the most collectible silver eagle ever made by the United States government. Now we've got this subset of the emergency release. So let me explain to you how important this sale price is. Any American Silver Eagle that I sold to you in a Flagcore Mint State 69, the price is $79.95. I did a special deal that we arranged literally probably a month and a half ago before the market just went insane to establish this, to be able to sell this on this day, because HSN works very far in the future, to be able to sell this at $79.95. I could probably wholesale these coins for fairly close to that right now to dealers. So I really want you to understand, today is the last and final day for presentation. Today's presentations will be the last presentations I have of this coin at $79.95. And then what's going to happen is the secondary market's going to take over, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust my price to the market price as well at the end of the sale price window that we have right here. Look, even $99.95 in today's market is not a price, let alone the $79.95 for the early release. Well, any emergency production. Now add in the fact that it's my exclusive Flagcore that you're going to have there, and it's part of this fantastic, amazing struck at the Philadelphia Mint. I don't know, maybe we should go over that again one last time, Callie.
I think it's important.
We have the letter there. Same letter with this.
Yep.
That explains the United States Mint basically shut down production at the West Point Mint for about 12 days. I'm going to read briefly from that letter, if you don't mind.
No, please do.
United States Mint's on the Department of the Treasury letterhead is what we've got right here. And it says, in light of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, the United States Mint has temporarily reduced production in its facilities in order to reduce the risk of employee exposure to COVID-19. The health and safety of the Mint workforce remains our highest priority. Typically, American Eagle silver bullion coins are minted at the Mint's West Point facility. However, due to the reduced production at the West Point Mint facility amid the coronavirus pandemic, here it is, from April the 8th until April the 20th, the United States Mint at Philadelphia produced 240,000 American Eagle silver bullion coins. These 2020 American Silver Eagle bullion coins minted in Philadelphia were all packaged manually. The coins were shipped in monster boxes, each of which contains 25 tubes of 20 coins. And you can see right there, they were box numbers 400,000 through 400,479. Since they were packaged manually, it is extremely difficult to get these coins in Mint State 70. It is extremely difficult to get these coins in Mint State 67. I have seen these coins not in the Flagcore, but offered in certified coinage going all the way down to Mint State 65. In terms of Mint State 65. So now you can get this coin. You're going to get the letter with this coin as well. You get the letter with this coin as well. And you're getting it at basically no additional premium to what I would charge for any other Silver Eagle. Now remember, the 2020 Silver Eagle by itself, even forget about the emergency production. The 2020 Silver Eagle, since it's the last year of issue with the heraldic eagle, the United States government is changing the design in 2021. So already this is the most popular Silver Eagle ever made by the United States government, bar none. Already this is the coin that is going to be the single most desirable, collectible, and sought-after coin in the history of the United States American Silver Eagle program. It is the second rarest of all of the Mint State American Silver Eagles, and I am selling this to you at a price at the $79.95, only because it was arranged literally months and months ago, or a month plus ago, I believe, is what it ultimately was. Can I honor the price of $79.95?
Well,
as soon as this sale price window goes out, I will thankfully raise the price. Probably to about $129 on this. Like I said, this is, I think, probably the deal of the show.
Well, that is interesting, because what we do at HSN is we do have time frames where it's like a price comes up and it stays for a period of time and then it goes back to normal. Or you're right, that was our rule. And so I get you saying, can't wait for it to go back to the normal price. But right now, you guys are watching at the right time. It's a special story. It's a special coin, special moment in history. And this is a nice, I guess a positive way to commemorate something that's been so horrible. But I really do thank you for doing what you do for us, Mike. The item to get this choice is 724-432. And what we offered just a few moments ago, take us back through, if you would, the difference between the last coin and the early release emergency.
Well, it's the great Mint State 70 to Mint State 69.
Yeah.
The Mint State 70 coin, very, very difficult to get because, like I said, the coins were packaged manually. They were handled manually by the U.S. Employees at the Philadelphia Mint. Great folks. But, it's a manual process, whereas at West Point, under normal circumstances, it is pretty much a machine process. There's no, human hands don't touch it or hold it or have a problem with it. So it's this special release, only 240,000 coins out of probably, I don't know whether they're going to make this year, 80 million. And understand, the regular coin, we've sold tens and tens and tens of thousands of the regular American Silver Eagle, let alone this special tiny sliver, this microcosm of collectability within the most popular Silver Eagle of all time. Now you've got the second lowest mintage of all of the Mint State American Silver Eagles that you're going to have with this emergency production, 240,000 coins. It's truly amazing. And then for me to have it on sale at only $79.95, are you kidding me?
And on FlexPay.
This is a coin that is amazing.
It really is. Again, there's sometimes a reason to stay up late at night and watch shows with us when Mike is here. This is, again, 724-432. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got